just introduce everyone. This is Chris, and Chris has been brilliant and really helpful. And we're just going to have a chat about coming to exercise for the first time after not exercising, maybe referral scheme. So, Chris, do you want to tell us about the referral scheme?
Yeah, no problem, Mike. So thanks for asking me to do this today. So my role is an exercise referral instructor.
Yeah.
So I'm employed by Halo Leisure. But actually, my job is funded through Public Health Wales.
Oh, right.
So the exercise referral scheme is a scheme that runs throughout Wales, through all of the boroughs.
Yeah.
And basically, it's exercise on prescription.
Oh.
So the way it works is there's somebody with a medical condition of any sort. For example, it could be somebody with back pain. It could be somebody who's looking to manage their weight. It could be somebody who's been diagnosed with a heart condition, cancer, lots of different medical conditions. They would get referred by a health professional. It could be a GP or a physiotherapist. We would then assess that person. So we get in touch with them, assess that person, help them then to prescribe a program to help them with their goals and that medical condition as well. So we would use the Halo centres for that then, with lots of different types of activities depending on the person's needs.
So the people who haven't been, what's a Halo centre?
A Halo centre is just basically the company that runs the leisure centre that I work at.
Oh, okay.
And they run lots of leisure centres within the Bridgend area.
Yeah.
Which were previously run by Bridgend County Borough Council.
Right.
So Bridgend County Borough Council is now the landlord, and Halo then run the centre. So Halo basically is my boss.
Okay.
But yeah, so the scheme was running before Halo came into the centre, but it's just continued now within the Halo.
So it could be across Wales, but different names.
Yeah, it could be different leisure trusts in different areas.
Right.
It could be council-run buildings, but yeah, it'll run throughout the whole of Wales.
So within the place here where we do circuit training a couple of times a week, and could people also be in things like gyms or swimming pools?
Yeah, they could. Yeah, so this is obviously we're at my Stick Sports Centre, which is my base.
Yeah.
So the activities that we run here, for example, are gym-based activities. Obviously, this is the cancer rehabilitation scheme, which is a sort of a slightly different project.
Yeah.
But yeah, we operate in my Stick swimming pool. You could be referred to a hydrotherapy pool in Bridgend. There's lots of different activities. There's cardiac rehabilitation. So I have referrals from Princess of Wales Hospital, people who suffered with like heart attacks, I had bypass, and we run specialist classes for those. So we sort of specialise in different areas of exercise. Yeah. And prescribe the right exercise for different types of people. Excellent.
So somebody comes along, you have a chat with them, and you work out what they're capable of and what to do.
Yeah, we do an assessment first. I mean, it's focused on what the patient wants to achieve. Yeah. Obviously, within that, we need to know what the GP has put down, our health professional, in terms of how we prescribe it. But it's all about the person coming in, improving their health, and also enjoying themselves at the same time. And the ultimate aim of the scheme, I suppose, if you had to sum it up, would be for us to help the person and support as much as possible, and then for that person to be able to exercise independently without our help, that they're confident enough to come on their own if they needed to. But we also offer post-referral exit route classes.
Oh, okay.
But the idea is that they're able to then exercise independently and carry on improving their health for the long term.
Okay, well that sounds brilliant. Do you get many people like me that's unfit, haven't exercised for a while, and can't even remember the last time they went to a gym?
Mike, I think you're pretty fit now, to be honest with you, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, when you first start and you feel as if your fitness level is low, maybe. Yeah. I think the majority of people that come in on the scheme want to improve their health and their fitness. So they feel, I suppose, they're at a beginner level. Yeah. My job is to help people to improve their quality of life. Yeah. To help them to improve their health, help them to be able to maybe play with the grandkids, have more energy to go and do the day-to-day things that we can take for granted maybe sometimes when we're a little bit younger. So my job is that. It's not helping people who maybe already feel they're fit to go and run marathons. That's something else. Okay. That's somebody else's job. So my job is to help people who've maybe got very limited experience in a gym or doing any exercise, or maybe you've got sort of bad memories of what physical activity used to be like back at school.
Yeah.
And perhaps they might not have come to a centre like this if it wasn't for the referral scheme.
Yeah.
So my job is to guide people through that process, to build their confidence,
yeah,
to improve their motivation, so they realise that a centre like this and the scheme is for everybody and not just fit and healthy people.
You've really helped me with my confidence and my ability, the mental attitude to I can do something, I can come along, because prior to this my thought process was I'm not going to join the gym because it's going to be full of, I don't know, bodybuilders or really fit people, and that's not the case, is it?
It's not. I think the misconception with gyms are that everyone there is fit and everyone there is, you know, running and sprinting on the treadmill, or they're all younger and they're all athletic looking, and it's not that case at all. Especially the gyms that we work in, it's for the community.
Yeah.
It's for everybody. So there are a range of ages. If you walked into the gym now, you probably see, you know, from the age of 18 up to the age of, well, yesterday I had somebody in who was over 90.
Right.
You know, and everybody is there to improve their health.
Okay. Brilliant.
And everybody's there to help other people as well. So there's a really good atmosphere within the gyms that we work in.
I like what you just said about a community, because I felt that. So we from a personal situation, we've obviously done work in here, and we've done work in the gym. And when I was in the gym, I could just tell that people were friendly and chatting to each other, and it is like a community, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, and especially in my stag as well. I mean, this is obviously the Valleys area, so yeah. I think people tend to be sort of really down to earth and really friendly as well.
Yeah.
But if you go to any of the gyms, and the experience I've had in work in any of the gyms throughout the Borough, they're all the same. Like, you know, everybody's there to help everybody else. You know, it's for everybody. It's for the whole of the community, and that's one of Halo's mottos, really, is that exercise is for everybody.
Okay.
And that's what the scheme's about in essence.
Right.
It's for everybody, and it's about improving your quality of life, bettering yourself, and being able to be physically active for the rest of your life.
Well, I just want to say that you've really helped me. You've really helped me to have confidence in doing physical stuff. You've really helped me to be the mindset. That's the word I was struggling to find. The mindset. My mindset is I'm going to give that a go. So it's I shared with you previously, and I've shared with these lovely people that I'm going to do a park run, and you helped me with that, aren't you?
Yes.
So my goals for that would be to do it without stopping and not be last, and that's pretty much it. So it's what advice would you give to somebody watching this that they're thinking, maybe I'd like to go along to something like that, but I'm not on a referral scheme? It could seem quite daunting if they're not used to it. So would you say just ring up and book something? Or?
I think if they're living in Wales, obviously the scheme runs throughout Wales, so they would, if they've got a pre-existing medical condition, they would qualify to become a member of the National Exercise Referral Scheme, where they get an instructor who qualifies and specialises in helping them towards their goals. And if their goal is something like yourself, to be able to complete a park run, then that instructor then will help them towards that as well. So, you know, whatever their level is starting off, if that's something that they both feel is achievable, however long it might take, you know, they would have help with that then from the instructor. The first protocol would be to see their GP, or, you know, if they're under a physiotherapist, and ask them for a referral to the National Exercise Referral Scheme. Right. And then the rest will take care of itself then. Okay,
so somebody in Wales could just go to the GP and say, look, I feel really unfit, I want to do something about this before it causes a problem.
If they would need to have a pre-existing medical condition to get onto the scheme as well. But if not, they could still go and join. So, for example, you know, just speaking from like Halo's point of view, they could still join Halo, and then they could have an instructor there then to help and support them with their goals and help them with the program. But obviously, if it is more of an exercise prescription for a medical condition, the best thing to do there would be to come onto the exercise referral scheme, because they can have safe and effective exercise to help them then on prescription.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thanks. Is there anything you want to add before we wave goodbye?
No, I just think, it's a pleasure. Thank you for your kind words about what you said with me helping you. Obviously, you've had to have the get up and go yourself to come here. We are here to support you when you do come.
Yeah.
We are here to break down any barriers that you might have to exercise. So I would say to people that even if they're a little bit unsure, it is worth going and having that first conversation with an instructor to assess sort of what any worries they may have, any anxieties they may have around becoming more active.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily just coming to a gym either. There are other activities going on that they might feel more inclined to start with or to carry on with. So, for example, we do Nordic walking.
Yeah.
That's outside. We do walking football here. We do pool-based activities. So it's far more than just going to a gym. I think sometimes people get referred in and they think, oh, it's just the gym. And that may be fine for lots of people, they might enjoy that. But there are lots of other activities going on as well, rather than just the gym. So
that was my experience. My thought was it would just be a gym. I didn't realise about everything else. So it's definitely worth speaking to someone,
yeah,
and then going from there.
Yeah, don't let the anxiety around stepping into a leisure centre stop you from going in and having that initial chat, because it can change your life. It can increase your life expectancy, it can increase your health span. It can help you lower your blood pressure, manage your weight, improve your mental health, reduce your pain, improve your bone density. There's so many benefits from becoming more physically active. And doing it this way, you'll have a graded, suitable program with supervision right the way through for especially your first 16 weeks on the scheme. So, yeah, take that little bit of leap of faith and go and see about it.
Okay, I'll just mention something. One of my goals was to lose weight, so when I do have an operation, it's easier. And I was disappointed not losing weight, kind of plateaued until I saw the nutritionalist fella. I had some electrodes and I put on skeletal muscle mass. So that's something, isn't it? When people are saying sometimes you exercise, you might not be losing weight because you put on muscle. Yeah. I thought that was just a myth.
Yeah, I think you will put, when you start to be physically active, and if you've maybe not been active for a while and you've deconditioned and lost some muscle mass, especially as we get older, we'll tend to lose muscle mass anyway. Yeah. Exercise can offset that, and then you can actually build up some lean muscle mass. Sometimes what happens is people might not lose weight immediately because they just started the program, they might not be doing lots and lots of, exercise at a high intensity or anything. They might not be burning lots of calories, for example. So it may be a case that somebody starts off and, the first few weeks, their weight might not change much, but their body composition might be changing. So like you said, you might be putting on some lean muscle mass as well. But the instructors there that help chat about nutrition if they need to look at their diet, and they're there to help maybe weigh them every so often. So, they're sort of like a little bit accountable as well then. But we are here to support you with all of those needs, whether it's weight loss or another goal. Excellent, Chris. Thanks very much for your time. Pleasure. So, ta-ra, tra from me, tra from Chris. Bye-bye. And I'll see you later.